Hi everyone and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be looking at a new game in early access called Executive Assault 2. I'm just setting up an easy game in tutorial mode here. That should make things fairly easy for me. There's some other settings I'm going to have a look at here. So this is a single player standard skirmish I'm going to be playing. Now this game is a bit of a cross between a real-time strategy game and I suppose you'd say a bit of first-person shooter. And there's some spaceship flying as well. Just going to turn off a lot of the extra things like protesters and raiders and the diplomatic factions and things like that. I just want to learn the basic gameplay at this stage. I'm still starting out, so I just want to get an idea of what the tech trees are like and what the different ships are like and how things actually work. Then I can gradually add the other features and get used to them as well. Now you can set victory conditions here to actually win by producing goods, because you can actually mine and produce consumer goods, and as you can see there's an option for an economic victory with 100 goods. And you can turn off various things like coolant, which keeps your reactor from overheating, and you need to keep a constant supply of. Now this is the main control room for my station, the home base. As you can see, it's done quite nicely. A little bit of a dip in the frame rate here and there, but I'm sure that's going to be improved as the game is worked on and updated, optimized. It's not bad for what it is already. Not much to this module. It's basically just the main control room here with an airlock on either side that's eventually going to join to the rest of our station when we build it. And quite a nice view out the window, of course. Now you can play this in multiplayer and have allies working in the station with you. Normally one player will play the CEO and then others will play the role called Executrons, I believe. They're able to move around the base and do various things. This is the home system. As you can see, I can zoom right out and see the whole system. At the moment I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. Little message here for new players. Now this is the main module here in the middle, and I've added a docking bay on the right hand side and a goods factory on the left side. Goods factory was where we'll produce our consumer goods, but we'll actually have to go in and manually set a number of goods to be made. Now I've just got to wait a moment while that module I've added is built, and then I should be able to connect on this next piece, which is a shipyard. Moving it back and forth like that helps it to go faster. There we go. So this is a little bit later in the game. I've built up the station, as you can see. Lots of different modules. We're zooming in here on the primary module, and that's the docking bay next to it. You can see some AI controlled mining ships coming in there. As soon as you build the docking bay, it starts to build the mining ships that you need for the system and sends them out. When you take control of another system, you send an outpost module which flies to the other system and then deploys. You can only deploy one kind of station in each system, and that would be a mining station, a defense station, or a research station. And they all run automatically. You can of course go into the controls and make changes yourself if you want to. And you can also take over control of any of the ships that you've got flying around, or actually the robots as well. The little orange blob there on the map is a group of robots that I produced in the robot factory, and they're used to take over enemy stations. You basically fly a docking pod up to the station, and the robots board the station and fight any defenders and take control of the station for you. But of course you can jump into the body of one of the robots yourself and fight alongside them, which is a bit of fun. This is a couple of the robots here. I told them to come to this room so we could have a look at them. Okay, I believe that's a battleship I've produced there, and it's just coming out of the shipyard at the back. And I've taken control of it just by clicking on it, just like a normal real-time strategy game. And I've chosen to take direct control of it. So here I am in the pilot seat. The turrets are autonomous. I don't actually need to direct them, I don't believe. It controls like you would expect a big capital ship like this to control. It's slow, difficult to turn, but hopefully it's going to be nice and strong against the enemy. Now this is a view of an enemy controlled system, and I've brought in some ships here to cause them some trouble. The ships with the orange triangle are mine. And I've taken control of one of my small fighters here. The flight control is very simple. The flight control follows the mouse pointer and shoots at wherever the pointer is. I don't think my little fighter here is going to be able to do much against this large station, unfortunately, but at least we'll get to fly in and have a bit of a look at it. Harass their mining ships a little bit here. I think, however, their defences are a little bit too strong this close. So I've docked with one of the docking pods with my robots, and we're running for the bridge of the enemy station here. Because of the tutorial mode, I don't think there are any defenders in the station at all. And here I am back in one of the big ships again. This is attacking the AI player's home base. As you can see, the visuals are really nice. I really like this kind of highly detailed space view. Highly unlikely I'll ever get to see it in real life, so the better the simulation they can put in games, the happier I'll be. Doesn't seem that the enemy has anything that can really stop this big ship. So this game it's a lot of fun. It's I think going to be more fun playing against other people, and certainly when I add some of the more features, some of the more complex features I should say, it's going to make it more interesting as well. And of course they do still need to do a bit of work on the game, optimizing it and expanding on various mechanics in the game. But for where they are now, it's certainly worth it, I think. It's available for $28 US on Steam at the moment, and I would say, you know, have a look for yourself, see what you think. So this is we've jumped forward in time a little bit to a bit closer to the station. I believe, from what I've seen, that I may need to actually land troops on the station to take it. I don't think even this ship's guns seem to be able to penetrate, but that could also be because I haven't updated or upgraded any of the guns on this ship, and by the time I would have produced a battleship in a real game, I probably would have had much stronger weapons to mount on it. As you can see, the ships do extend a little bit beyond the control room. It looks like there might be room, or they may be going to add some other systems, or perhaps the ability to have another person repairing or controlling other systems on the ship, perhaps running some of the turrets, which would be a lot of fun, of course. Luckily that probably goes to space, so it's a good thing it won't open for me. A little bit of a schematic of the ship. I don't think that actually relates to any real controls, but I think it shows the position of the turrets anyway. So we seem to be causing a lot of trouble, which is great. I think that little ship underneath is in a bit of trouble. So it's game definitely worth keeping an eye on, I think. I'll have to do a bit of practicing and see if I can get a few online games going. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. I'll see you next time. Hi everyone, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to be looking at a new game in early access called Executive Assault 2. I'm just setting up an easy game in tutorial mode here. That should make things fairly easy for me.